Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're taking a look at the Frame Arms Girl Baihu. So this is one I've had for a while since it came out. It came out not too long ago. It's based off of course, the Frame Arms kit by the same name, I think. I think the original kit was also called the Baihu. There's like 3 different versions of that now, though, and I forget they all have like slightly different names. But anyway, we'll be taking a look at that Frame Arms kit at some point. Actually, one of the later versions. I think it's like the 3rd version or something. Later on, once I get that, I don't have it at the moment yet, but we'll take a look at the Frame Arms kit separately. In the meantime, let's take a look at the Frame Arms Girl kit here. So like usual, we just got some cool box art here on the front. Always love the box art here for these Frame Arms Girls kits. Just cool, simplistic design with nice illustration there of the character. Really not a big fan of this kind of big jaw part there. You can definitely tell that has a little bit of that Metal Gear vibe in it, and that's because it was also designed by Shinkawa, the same designer who designed the Metal Gear designs, so that would explain that. Anyway, as always, guys, huge thank you to USA Gundam Store for making this review possible. USA Gundam Store does also have Frame Arms Girls as well, and other Frame Arms and Kotobukiya stuff, so check out the link to their site there down below, and the coupon code you can use on all that stuff. So here on the bottom, just kind of the same thing. It's really cool when you have a lot of these. They do really look nice, like actually stacked up on a shelf, because they're all like have this uniform look to like the side of the boxes, so they're just really colorful and nice looking, I think. Just a little side note there. So here we can see what the kit is going to look like, painted up and just posed up there front and back. It's got the cannon mounted on the back. It has a rifle and a sword as well, so pretty cool array of weapons. And then you also have a gimmick being able to change the form of the rifle. You can take the helmet off. You can display just the helmet with just the top part on it. You don't have to use that chin part, which I'm happy about because, like I said, I don't really like that part of the design. And then customize, you can, I guess, for lack of a better word, strip down the armor off of it, and then have just kind of like the base form. You can customize it, of course, with all sorts of different other parts from the line, as we know. So here's what it's going to look like just straight out of the box. As you can see, it looks pretty nice. A lot of nice color separation there already, just compared to the regular kit. Obviously, it's missing some of the smaller little color apps here and there, but still looks pretty good, just straight out of the box like that. Around here on the other side, you can see the different face options that we have for this. Basically just looking straight, looking a little bit to the side, and then looking kind of a little bit angry there with the open mouth. And then with different eye logos that we have for that. So it looks like, or eye decals I should say, sorry. Yeah, so it looks like we just have just the 3 decals for this, maybe no other decals included, unfortunately, no markings or anything, sadly. But the list price for this one is 5,500 yen, really not too bad. Seems like about an average price for Frame Arms Girls kits. They can be cheaper, can be more expensive, depending on how complex the designs are, but this one seems about pretty standard, pretty average, so makes sense that it has a pretty average price for us. So of course we've got this kind of off-white color for like the main color of the armor and everything there. We got some flesh tone and some pink there for the hair. I really like the color palette for this design as well. It's a really nice color palette. So we'll take a look at all these runners here in a moment. Some light blue there as well for a couple of accents like that. There's our face option parts. And alright, let's get a look down here at the manual. So as usual on the manual, it's just the box art there once again. And then on the back, just the Frame Arms Girl logo. Inside the front cover, again, we have a lot of different sample images here showing some different options and things that you can do with this. And then down here, again, this is the Frame Arms design that it's based off of. So there you go, pretty cool. We do also have the color guide over here if you want to match the colors exactly. It's all in Japanese, but you can translate that easy enough. We've got our parts list here, and the parts that you're not going to use are going to be grayed out like this. So we're going to use, it looks like pretty much everything except for some of these PC parts over here, which it looks like probably are just some like PC ball joints, things like that. We're not going to use. So it just goes through the construction. You're building the head first, and then the body and the arms, and you usually build kind of like the basic form first, and then you build up with the armor parts and things around that. So there's how that is going to come together, just for the main body first, and you're building the other different armor and option parts and weapons and things like that later on as it goes. For a couple different customized options here, it's showing you, for examples, in the back, you can use this, just looks like with the Frame Arms kit. So if you have the actual Frame Arms kit, you can borrow the cannon from that and have like the double cannon there. Alternatively, if you have the Materia kit, you can use like the Materia legs for that if you wanted to have the white legs, or if you have just other different stuff here, other different MSG option weapon sets, you can use those on here, of course, and all of that. So it's just giving you some different samples, some different ideas, things you can do for that. And let's get a look at the runners. So once again, here is a look at those water slide decals. Again, it's unfortunate that we don't have any other markings or anything with this, just the eyes, but still the eyes are there in case you wanted to repaint the faces and change the skin tone color or something like that. You can put the eyes back on there. But of course, the pre-painted faces are beautiful. The pre-painting on them is really good. Of course, you have, aside from just the eyes, like the cheeks are kind of rosy on there, and then of course you have the pre-painting in the mouth for the face that has the open mouth is there as well. You have some hand options here. It looks like open expressive hands, or yeah, open kind of expressive hands. But we have like kind of two of those that look basically the same. These set here and then this set over here. What's the difference between those? Those look kind of identical, and I'm wondering if that's like, if that's right, if maybe I have if that's like a mistake, that this set is supposed to be like the trigger finger hands, because here we have closed fists, open resting hands, open expressive hands, open holding hands, and then usually the last one here is supposed to be trigger finger hands, so maybe that's not right. I'm gonna have to find out about that, but anyway, we do also have our polycaps here, just some skin tone polycaps here. And then runner A is also in skin tone. This is going to be all of our skin tone parts there for like the thighs, upper arms, chest, stomach, things like that. And then runner B is essentially all of our hair parts here in this really nice pink color. Runner C is a nice big full runner here with a bunch of parts and a lot of really nice detail on there of just the off-white kind of light cream armor color parts. And then the rest of those are continued here onto the D runner as well. So as you can see, starting to get into the weapons there with a big piece there for the sword, which looks like it's just going to be one big piece all in one color. So a little bit of detail painting on that's probably going to go a long way. Runner E is in this kind of warm medium gray color for just some of the joints and detail parts and things like that. And the same thing here for runner F. Looks like mostly primarily kind of joint parts and things like that on here. And we've got two of this F runner. Runner G is a smaller runner. It looks like basically just, I think that's like the neck joint, and then these are wrist joint parts, and then another one there, I'm not quite sure what, but just a couple little joint parts on there. Runner H is a few parts here in light tan. It's a little bit different color than the off-white that we saw before. But then we're back to the off-white here for the eye runner, just a few more parts on that. We've got two of this eye runner. Then runner J is in this light brown color here for some weapons parts. And then runner K is some more of those weapons parts. And I'm guessing these J and K runners are the exact same runners that were from the actual Frame Arms kit, so they would be just copied the weapons from that. We've got two of this K runner. And then last but not least, runner L for a couple little light blue accent parts on here. That is it for the Baihu. Now, they used one of these boxes where they used the box that was just like a little bit too big than it really needed to be, I think. So when you're taking a look at it like this, you kind of feel like, oh, it doesn't really look like there's that much in there, but it's just because the box is really bigger than it needs to be. But anyway, the kit does look really cool, of course, so we'll get this built up and then we'll take a look at this in the review coming up next. Guys, if you have any other questions or comments, of course, feel free to leave those down below. Have you built this version? Have you built this kit? Have you built the Frame Arms kit that it's based off of? What do you guys think about that? I'm anxious to try out the Frame Arms kit as well and then compare them later on, so we'll take a look at that later on down the line when I can get to it. But in the meantime, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the review. Bye-bye.
Hey! Thanks for watching, guys. Remember, if you want to check the kit out for yourself, you can head over to USA Gundam Store, use that coupon code ZakuAurelius10, save yourself 10%. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye-bye.